Alright, so anyway, we just got our Senville unit from the SD's truck company. They just dropped it off. Seems well packaged and everything. Here's our outdoor unit, and then our indoor unit, or vice versa, sorry. Anyway, and then I'm going to be actually mounting it on the wall over here. This is our hose kit and our wall bracket. So I figured I'd show you the boxes before I rip them all off, and then we'll just kind of show you the units as we go. Okay. So inside unit, figured you could see how they pack it and stuff as well as I can. Not too bad. Looks nice. They definitely do pack it well. The inside unit only weighs about 30-something pounds. Right. Look at this. Pick it up. There we go. So there you go. Looks pretty cool so far. Supposedly this whole blue bar lights up, and I think there's a thermostat that lights up behind the plastic here. So, alrighty. I guess we'll show you when we're done. I'll leave the plastic on for now. Here's what we got in the package. That's your drain plug, I think. Batteries. Here's a remote. We'll get into all of this later. Figured I'd show you what's in the packages. Got a couple of filters. I think this is like part of the filtration thing going on. Gasket, probably for that. What else we got? Bracket for the remote. Package of screws for the remote. Say air conditioner remote control manual. Hold on a sec. What's the rest of this here? Illustration manual. Or installation manual, I'm sorry. Yeah, the user's manual. And this is the certificate of guarantee. I guess the warranty paperwork. Alrighty. Alright, here's what's in the extra parts and such. Not sure what that is. Some kind of tape. Actually, there's 2 rolls of that tape. I'm wondering if that's to wrap the line set. Anyway, and we got a tube for going through the wall. And here's the line set. Pretty interesting, actually. Comes pre-made so you can bend it easier. So it looks pretty good. It's got the forged ends and all that kind of stuff, so that's pretty good. Got flared cap thing, so we got the inside and the outside. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. We got gasket stuff like putty to seal the hole when we're done. Got some caps. Probably they were just on the ends of the. They were probably just on the ends of the thing here. Yeah, I think. Anyhow, so that's about it. Looks pretty good, and that's about it. So going through the manual here, I gotta put in my indoor unit first because I want to make sure the hose, because they give you 13 feet of hose, so I want to make sure I'm never short out there. But first quirk you notice is that it's all in metric. So anyway, but if you ever get this 24,000 unit like I did, you'll notice right away that this center bracket is not, or this mounting bracket is not centered. So don't use this keyhole as a center hole because it's actually shifted off on the unit slightly. This side's actually wider than the other side. So not by much, but enough that if you're against something or you button up near something, you might have an issue. In my case, my issue will be being right next to the bar there. I don't have a whole lot of space. The old unit was right above the TV, so this one I'm going to shift over, and I just don't want to hit anything. So that being said, I'm going to mount this bracket on the wall. I got plenty of studs, there's plenty of holes, and once I get this mounted on the wall, I'll show you the bracket on the wall, and then we'll hang the sucker. Alrighty. Alright, got my bracket on the wall. Had to do a bunch of measuring to make sure it was going to stay away from there. And then part of the installation kit gives you that sleeve, and you'll notice it's hard to tell here, but it's got a little bit of a tilt going down so that there's no problems with drainage and stuff. And then there's an outer flange I secured to the outside, and actually, let me show you that. Here's the outer flange. I'm only one person doing this right now, so I actually just put some glue, put some caulk behind the flange and stuck it there, and then put some screws in it to hold it so I can push the other piece into it so you get a nice seal. And next step is we'll hang the unit. I'm not going to be able to show that, but we're going to hang the unit and have the hose out here, and then go from there. Alrighty, only had to mess with it a little bit. Basically, there we go. Basically, you had that hole, you had to feed everything through, and then just hook it to two top hooks, you know, and then push it in at the bottom. And yeah, ended up pretty much right where my marks were and everything. Unit's definitely got some nice fit and finish is pretty good. I mean, it's snug right against the wall, everything else worked perfect. So that's the inside. And then the only part you didn't see is I have a signal wire, 14 gauge, 4-wire conductor connected to it. And then of course our drain is at the bottom. You always want to make sure your drain ends up at the bottom of the hole so it drains properly. And we got our lines. So next thing I'm going to hook up the line sets, and I'll show you that part. Alright, this is the wall bracket kit I got with it extra. It was like $39 for the wall bracket kit. It's a 3-piece type deal, sliding rail. The one bracket mounts to the wall, and then those 2 pieces slide and hang off of it. Looks pretty straightforward, but they got some basic wall mounting and stuff. I'm gonna probably use concrete anchors instead. These are rubber spacer pieces and stuff like that for mounting it, and all sorts of mounting hardware. So I'm gonna get working on that, and I'll show you the bracket on the wall when I'm done, and we'll go from there. And just so you can see, here's the line. It's not strapped down or anything yet, but I have it secured up top. I have some of the drain hose. I'm not going to do a full drain hose because I'm going to cover this with a gutter, so it's going to just drip down anyway. And anyway, so just a temporary strap down so I know where to mount my thing, because I only got the 13-foot line set, so of course I'm limited. And I'm going to have it underneath on the wall under the deck, so it'll be out of the weather and the snow and whatnot. Alrighty, showing a bit. Getting a little closer. This is the 3-piece wall bracket that they sent me. I have to go into concrete, so of course I used concrete lags. They give you plastic ones that I just didn't trust, so everything else is pretty good. It's pretty solid. They give you rubber mounts for the top and the bottom, so it's going to be rubber isolated on each side. And that's about it. Well, here we go. Got it mounted. I'm hiding it under the deck here for obvious reasons, snow and all that fun stuff. So I got it set up for its clearances and everything okay. I used a disconnect and straightforward wiring. There's 14 4-wire going up top, and then these here. I vacuumed it a while back, and I'm just leaving it sit, see if it loses anything, and then we'll pressurize it with a little bit of nitrogen and see how we're all good. We should be good to go though. Alright, well, got everything hooked up outside, and just put batteries in this thing. Freon, everything tested good. so let's see what happens, because this is the first time I'm turning it on. Nice. Look at that, it actually lights up the temperature behind the screen. Ain't that crazy? There you go. That's quite a breeze. There's a lot of air coming off of this thing. That's amazing. Let's see. You can, sorry about that. You can kind of hear some of the audio off of here. This is just on auto right now. It's 76, so I'll have to change it to cool down. But you can hear nothing out here. So let's see. Let's see what kind of noise we get. We'll turn the temperature down to I don't know, whatever, 70. And the fan's speeding up. It's flashing 70. I am on auto mode. I don't know if you can see that. So it should automatically cool down if need be. Right now my room is at 78 degrees. And you know what? It feels like cool air coming out of there. And I can't hear. Wow. I can hear the fan just barely. That is quiet. I don't know if you can hear it. It's running, but my God, it just sounds like a simple fan running. And that is ice cold. Oh baby, that's beautiful. All right, I'll leave this running and I'll let you hear the outside unit. All right. Well, here we are. I got a temperature inside the room there is 78, and I just set it for 70. So, and it's definitely blowing out hot air right now. But besides the fan, you can barely hear this thing. Amazing. Quiet as heck. Fan is the loudest thing on here. So there you go, you know. All I gotta do is walk this far away and it just blends right into the surrounding noise. Alrighty. Alright, almost there. I used some of that vinyl wrapping stuff that they gave with the kit, and helps bundle up things nicely. I'm actually gonna use black gutter or brown gutter to go along the wall here, and then I'll stop there. So but that's about it. Everything else is working great. This unit is going crazy. I don't know if you can see the amount of dripping water coming off of this thing, but it's so humid out here. This thing is just making puddles like crazy, so it's working excellent. All right, that's about it. Well, she's running good. Not too much else to let you know about this unit for the most part. I mean, the remote's pretty good. It's got basic items on here. You got fan, temperature. You can set it for auto so that it'll basically heat or cool based on whatever temperature you set. You can set a shortcut to automatically come back to whatever like setting you had saved and things like that. It can do an automatic swinging. The louvers can, do an automatic swing. You can turn on and off the LED display so you don't see it, which is a nice feature because I thought maybe we were stuck with that, but now you can turn that on and off. It's got self-clean features, sleep modes. You can actually set it timer on and off, and you can set them together too, which is nice. So you can basically have it run for a couple of hours and then turn on like a few hours later, like after work or something like that. So anyway, pretty good so far. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. Time will tell, but I'll be sure to report any comments if I have any issues with the unit or anything. But otherwise, it's darn quiet and definitely runs pretty good. The only I guess feature I'd like to see on these units would be the option to get You can adjust the horizontal louvers, of course. You know, these are adjusted by the remote, but there's also vertical louvers in there, and it'd be nice to have an option where they could have automatic ones there. Maybe they do. But otherwise, that's it. All right, thanks.